Hello YouTube vintage stereo collectors and restorers. I hope there's not too much noise. The landscaping crew is trying to cut the grass at our condo complex here after 6 days of rain. And it's tall and it's a mess and their equipment keeps bogging down. But anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about was this Sansui AU-505. I got this in a trade yesterday and I decided just to open it up, and what's interesting is after all these decades of doing this, it's still exciting to get a vintage piece, take a piece inside, see how original it is, and take a peek at just the general condition. A couple things I want to say about these. Of all the Sansuis, these AU-505 sold like hotcakes. So did the AU-555, which is somewhat similar. They sold a lot and they were really well built. And although it's not the flagship 100-watt unit, there's a lot that's nice about these. Number one, the build quality. It is a heavy 18-pound unit. It's 12 watts per channel. Look at the transformer. Does that look like the transformer from a 12 watt per channel unit? This is what you call over-engineering. It was built to a 12 watt per channel spec. Look at the heat sink. Does that look like a 12 watt per channel heat sink? 12 watt per channel heat sink, they could get away with using the chassis. These were built to give you 12 watts from now until the end of time. I'm just putting it out there. Like many Sansuis of this era, this is a common thing I find. So this is from 72 to 74. They almost always still work. That's number one. Number two is, although they still work, they are noisy. And this one's no exception. The switches are stiff, they're dirty, they need cleaning. Some of these you gotta actually take apart to really clean them, because there's a tarnish that builds up in the contacts and contact cleaner won't get rid of it. Sometimes you have to pull them out, take them apart and clean them. I did a video on that a couple years ago. The controls, this one, from what I can tell, it's low hours, like they're still tight. So this one here, it passes a signal. The phono stage sounds terrible on it, but it's all capacitors, resistors, and noisy transistors. From what I can tell, it's all original transistors, all original caps, the 63 volt 2200 here, then the 1500 microfarad, these are the speaker coupling caps. And it also has, I don't know if we can catch this, I know I'm working kind of a tight space, but let's just bring it around. Likely it has nice feet. It has the original 2SD 188s. They're all the same lot number. And that's the thing with these. Rarely on this model did it ever come into our shop with blown outputs. This is sort of like a 318 or a 350 from the year, the same year of cars. They weren't the most powerful, but they went on, and that was because they were overbuilt. Everything about it, the construction quality is just nice. It's sort of got one foot still in the tube era. So you've got hand wired point-to-point switches. You've got some boards. Filter cap is actually like a can cap. It's actually, you can get at everything really easily. That's what I like about this. Underneath this board, okay, there's a cover that comes off to get at it. It's just nice to work on. The only part that's a little bit tricky is the upside down board. And I usually, if it hasn't been touched for years, I take the faceplate off and then the nuts and drop the board back so I can properly clean the controls and actually see what I'm replacing. But from what I can tell, it's an all original. And it's just, like I say, typical of an all original Sansui. It still works. It needs some freshening up. So just to summarize, I'm going to recap it. I see quite a few of the transistors have black lead disease. So some of those, or most of them, I'm going to change. There might be some C458s over here, some of those noisy transistors. Take off the power transistors, put some fresh grease under them. Make sure they're tight so they have good contact. And any resistors in the power supply that look a little fried, going to find them under here. And then of course control cleaning and switch cleaning, which might take the longest. And here's one thing that's a bonus on this one. Each design has a weak point. Okay? On these, it's this speaker switch with the power switch incorporated into it. So it's a lot like a lot of Kenwoods and Pioneers of the era. There's two kinds, the ones with the plastic cam, the one with the metal cam. This one still works nicely. It has had some lube done to it. If they're not lubed and people get aggressive with them, this plastic bit here that off the shaft it drives the power switch, it will break. It will split right where it's on the shaft. This one's in really nice shape. And I've done this on countless units where they're broken. If you have this intact, you're halfway there on the restoration. Everything else, like these potentiometers and stuff, they're all Alps. They will clean up and work unless they've been hit hard on the front. And realistically, when it's said and done with new caps and it's running nice and quiet, this is a keeper. And it's not the most expensive Sansui out there, that's the thing. It's like the AU-101, the AU-222, the ones in that series, the 505 and the 555, even though they don't come cheap anymore, they are still sonic bargains because they have a warmth and a, the way they, how can I put it? This amp will not break a sweat at anything you throw on it. So even if you're pushing it really hard all the time, right to its maximum spec, they don't break up easily. They sound smooth and sweet right through their power band. And that's just the extra engineering that went in these. Anyway, I'm going to work on this. I'm kind of busy. I got so many things going right now, but I'll do a few videos on some of the things to look for and what to tackle first. But thanks for watching and listening. Have a good weekend. Maybe the sun will come out. Woohoo!